Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please mute yourself, children.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Today I am going to village. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning, children. How are you all, children?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, just show your thumbs.
Good morning, ma'am.
Just raise your thumbs if you're doing good. Okay, wonderful. Now, children, let's get started, okay? Now, can you see the screen, children? Nod your head if you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Lohit, please mute yourself. So, good morning, children. Today, let us revise Unit 3. In today's class, let's revise the lessons Run and Nasruddin's Aim. The lesson Run is a poem, whereas Nasruddin's Aim is a story. Okay, so let's revise these lessons. And after revising, I will be sending you the link to the revision test. I request all the students to attempt the test so that summative assessment exam will become easy for you. Is that clear? First, let's revise the poem Run. Let's all sing together.
Ma'am, I will read.
See, the thing is, we don't have one more. Just listen. Stay muted, but I want you to read. We don't have time to read the whole lesson individually. So let's all sing together, okay? The poem Run is written by the poetess. Look here, children, at the bottom. Mary Dawned. Here we are all going to sing, not one person alone. Okay, I need to see your lips move.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so now let's start singing the song together, children. The title of the poem is Run. Let's start, children. Away from the city and into the sun, out to the country, run, run, run. Run in the raindrops, run beneath the trees, run little races. Yes, Vishwanath and Vishwant, you are not singing along. With each little breeze, run down the hillside, run up the lane, run through the meadow, then run back again. Run and be merry all through the day. Run to the country, away, away. So this is a beautiful poem written by Mary Dawned. In this poem, the poet or poetess Mary Dawned asked children to run away from the crowded, noisy cities to the village or countryside. Here, the word country does not mean a country like India or Pakistan or Japan. It refers to a countryside or a village. So the poetess wants us all to run away from the busy, noisy cities to go to the countryside and enjoy nature there. Especially for children, it will be helpful because they will get to run under a clear sky. In cities, it's very hard to find clear sky because there are tall buildings and it is heavily polluted also. Whereas village life is peaceful. You can bask in the glory of sunlight and you can also breathe in fresh air. So the poet asked the kids to run away from the city to the countryside. Countryside refers to a village, and the poetess also wants you to enjoy the feel of raindrops on your body. The poetess says, children, when it rains, you need to run around and enjoy rain. Also, you will have to play with the breeze. Breeze is a light wind. So the poetess wants kids to have pleasure when it rains. And she also wants the kids to run around with the breeze. And then she says kids can also be adventurous by running down the hillside and then running up the lane and then running through the meadows. So this is what children could freely do in a village or a countryside, which you cannot do in a city because cities are crowded. There is hardly any place for children to roam around. And the poet also tells us that running is a best exercise. It is the easiest exercise which children can do in order to stay fit. In cities, what happens mostly is children stay within their houses because they don't have place to run around, isn't it? Whereas in villages, kids get a chance to run around, and as a result, it gives proper exercise to their body and they stay fit. So a healthy body is required for a healthy mind. And once you have a healthy body and healthy mind, you will be able to concentrate on your studies. And this will ensure a successful future for you all. So this is the gist of the poem, Run. Now, let us first discuss the rhyming words from the poem. Okay. Rhyming words are words that begin with a different sound, but they end in a similar sound. For example, look here children, second line and the fourth line, sun, run, isn't it? Here, these two words begin with a different sound, s and r, whereas they end with the same sound, isn't it? Which is n, n. So, sun, run are the rhyming words. Now, look here children, the second stanza, run in the raindrops, run beneath the trees. Look here, trees, breeze. Here, these two are the rhyming words because they begin with a different sound, whereas they end with a similar sound. Trees, breeze. Let us go to fourth stanza, children. Here, day, away. So these are the rhyming words from this poem. So this is one of the most important questions that you need to bear in mind. And next important thing is the poetess. Who is the poetess? The poetess is Mary Dawn. Vishwanath, stop eating during the class. Let's discuss a few important questions that may come for the exam. Okay. So these are a few important questions from the poem, children. Look here, children. Now read the given stanza from the poem Run and answer the following. So a stanza from the poem is given. Run and be merry all through the day. Run to the country, away, away. Okay, Vaishnavi, you can unmute yourself and please read the first question for teacher.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Name the poet of the poem Run.
Okay. Yes, Vishwant. You can unmute yourself, Vishwant. Read the answer for this question.
Ma'am?
Read the answer for this question.
The poet of the poem Run is Mary
Yes. Dawn.
Dawn.
Don't.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Vishwanath and Vaishnavi. The answer for this question is the poet of the poem Run is Mary Dawn. Now the next question, Vishwanath from 4th B. Read the second question.
Write a pair of
Rhyming words.
rhyming words from the given stanza.
Okay. Thank you, Vishwanath. Yes, Ujjwala. Please unmute yourself and read the answer for the second question.
Second answer.
Yes. What are the rhyming words from the given stanza?
Day, away.
Then merry.
Merry, country.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Ujjwala. Please go back to your mute mode. Okay. Now we have the third question. Let me see who else can be called. Yes, Lekshna, please unmute yourself, my dear, and read the third question for teacher.
Ma'am, third question.
Yes, please read it.
What does the poet
want us to
do?
see here? What does the poet want us to do? Okay, Harshini, please unmute yourself and read the answer for this third question.
The poet wants us to run away from the city, to the countryside.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much. So here, this is a very important question, children. The poet wants us to run away from the city to the countryside. Okay, remember that? Now the fourth question is, which is the word from the stanza that means happy? Now children, look here. Which is the word from the stanza that means happy? It is merry. So the word merry means happy. The other word for happy is merry. Now here there is a very important question, children. The word run is a dash. Is it a noun or verb or an adverb or an adjective? We learned that verbs are action words because they describe an action. Here the word run means to run, isn't it? So it is an action word. So the word run is a verb. Okay, so verbs are action words, something that describes an action. Now children, these are the important questions from the poem Run. Now let's quickly revise the lesson Nasruddin's Aim. Okay, let me share another screen with you, children. You all know that the lesson Nasruddin's Aim is very interesting or witty. Here the name of the main character is Nasruddin. One day when he was chatting means to have an informal talk. So one day when he was chatting with his friends, he started boasting. He started boasting that he was very good at archery. What is archery, children? Archery is the game or art of shooting arrows. So he started boasting that he was very good at archery and that he could never miss the target once he shoots an arrow. So one of his friends immediately got a bow and an arrow and gave it to Nasruddin. He said, Nasruddin, you claim that you're very good at archery. Now prove yourself. So Nasruddin had to prove that he was good at archery. So Nasruddin takes the bow and arrow from his friend and then he takes the aim and shoots the arrow. But what happens? The arrow misses the target. It falls midway and Nasruddin's friends get a chance to make fun of him. But Nasruddin did not want to be made fun of by his friends. So he immediately counters saying, see, this was not my aim. It was Azad's aim. I was just showing how Azad would shoot an arrow. So Nasruddin tries to cover his failure. Then immediately Nasruddin picks up the arrow, one more arrow, and he shoots the arrow at the target. But what happens this time? This time again he misses his target and his friends could not stop laughing because a few moments ago Nasruddin was boasting and now he cannot even take the arrow somewhere near to the target also. So they started laughing. So Nasruddin, who didn't want to accept defeat in front of his friends, said that, see, even this is not my aim. I was just showing how the chief guard would shoot an arrow. Now, his friends were not going to leave him. They had enough fun. So, seeing that Nasruddin had nothing to say, he took out another arrow and he shot the arrow at the target. And this time, luckily, Nasruddin was able to hit the target and he was very happy. So, he told everyone, see, look at this. This is my aim. So, he was very proud to show his aim to his friends. And all his friends were astonished or amazed or surprised to see Nasruddin hit the target correctly because they never expected Nasruddin to hit the target at all. So from this lesson, we understand that Nasruddin was not good at archery. In fact, he was good at making fun of others. Dhanush, sit straight. You cannot lie down on the bed for the class. Yes, so this is about the lesson, children. What I have done is I have taken out a paragraph from this lesson and I have given you a few questions. So let us discuss those questions. Okay, here is the paragraph, children, from the lesson Nasruddin's Aim. Yes, Dhanush, you can unmute yourself and read the first question. 1 second, let me give you permission for that. 1 second. Okay, you can unmute yourself and read the first question for me.
No. What is the name of the?
Yes, very good. Main.
Name.
Main. M-A-I-N is main.
Main.
Character.
C. A character of the lesson.
Lesson. Okay. Sharon, you don't have to write anything down. Okay.
Am I unmuting?
Okay. Very good. Now, children, this is the passage that is given. Nasruddin held the bow in his hands. Okay. Strung it, aimed at the target, and shot an arrow. Woo! The arrow didn't hit the target. Instead, it fell down somewhere in the middle. Ha 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 ha. His friends started laughing. They said, "Hey Nasruddin, is this your best aim?" "Oh no, not at all," said Nasruddin, defending himself. "This wasn't my aim. It was Asad's aim. I just showed you how Asad shoots an arrow." So this is the passage, children. So the first question, as Dhanush had read out, is what is the name of the main character of the lesson? And the answer for this is, Hari, please read the answer for this. You can unmute yourself. Hari from 4th A. Please read the answer for this question, Hari. Make it fast. I cannot hear you, Hari. Okay. Now let me read the answer, children. We are running out of time. The name of the main character of the lesson is Nasruddin. Now, second question is, was Nasruddin able to hit the target the first time? Was he able to hit the target the first time, children? No, Nasruddin was not able to hit the target the first time. Next question is, what did Nasruddin say after missing the first target? What did Nasruddin say? Nasruddin said that he had shown how Asad would shoot an arrow. So he wanted to not accept defeat in front of his friends. So he just covered his failure, saying that he was just showing how Asad would shoot an arrow. Now the next question is, the art of shooting arrows is called, even this everyone knows, it is called what, children? It is called archery. Look here, this is the spelling of archery. Okay. The art or game of shooting arrows is called archery. Now, last question is, from the passage, write down a contraction. Dhanush, pay attention to the class rather than beautifying your hair. Okay. So from this paragraph, you will have to find out a contraction. Look here, children. We learned that a contraction is a word that is formed out of two words. So we contract or shorten two words in order to make one smaller or shorter word. And while doing so, we take out letter or letters from the second word only. Okay. So here, look, the first contraction from the paragraph is didn't. And then, do you have anything else? Next one is wasn't. So these are the two contractions from the lesson, from the paragraph that is given here. Okay. Now, let me quickly walk you through the test that we are going to have. See, children, I am utterly disappointed. Not all of you had attempted revision test 2. Now, as you can see on the screen, children, the first required field is your name. So go ahead and write your name and begin your name with capital letter, and the rest all should remain small. And your initials should also be written in capital letter. Okay, like this. Now, you will have to go and pick your section. If you belong to 4th A, pick 4th A. Now here starts the question, children. Read the stanza from the poem Run and answer the following questions. A stanza from the poem Run is given and you need to answer these questions based on this stanza. The first question given here is, what does the poet wants us to do? Here there are 3 options given. Read through each of the options and pick the correct answer. Next one is, write a pair of rhyming words from the given stanza. So from the given stanza, you will have to write only one pair of rhyming words. Okay. The third question is, name the poet of the poem Run. This again is a simple question to answer, children. The fourth question is, the word run is a dash. Here again 3 options are given. Go through the options and pick the correct answer. Now we have a paragraph from the lesson Nasruddin's Aim. Read the paragraph 2 to 3 times. Then you will be able to answer all the questions that follow. What was Nasruddin doing one day? Is the first question. Secondly, we have find the word from the given paragraph, that means the art of shooting arrows. This again is a very simple question, children. We just discussed it. Seventh question is, what did Nasruddin boast about? Go through all the answers that are given and pick the correct option, children. Now you have a question from the grammar. Fill in the missing letters. So here is a word with 2 missing letters. You will have to write down the missing letters only in the space that is provided here. And these missing letters should be written in small letters. Okay. Ninth question is, what are the boys doing? Look at the picture, children, and then pick out the appropriate or the correct answer from this drop-down box. The 10th question here is, write the opposite of the given word by adding either an or im. So here a word is given which is important. By adding one of these prefixes an or im in front of the word, you will be able to frame the opposite of this word. Write your answer in the space that is provided here, and remember, you must write your answer in small letters only. Now, 11th one is, what is the color of the fruit? Write your answer in a sentence. This again, you all know the answer, children. Write your answer in a sentence. While writing the answer, always remember to begin the sentence in a capital letter and to end it in a full stop. Okay. The last question is, pick the sentence with the correct punctuation. Go through these 3 options and whichever is the correct one, pick that. And after you have completed the test, hit the submit button. Okay. So this is it for today, children. Do not forget to do the revision test. Thank you and have a great day.